Hey everybody, Bob Letellier here from Remax Realty One. Here today at the Maine Repertory Theater. Team Letellier is a proud sponsor of the Maine Repertory Theater, and we're here with founder Steve Burnett, and Steve's going to give us some insight for anybody looking to have a good time on a Friday or Saturday evening throughout the year, and what the shows consist of and what times they are. So Steve, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Bob.
All
I
right.
appreciate this.
What's your background in theater?
Oh boy, it all for me. It all started back in high school. I used to write the sketches for the different groups that would be presenting comedy sketches in the talent show, and it just from there I just kind of stayed in it because I have no other skills. But so yeah, I've been at it for 40 some years. You know, as a writer, actor, director, producer. And now what we're doing here is improv. So there's been no writing involved because we make the show up on the spot as we go. Starting in May, we're going to start working in some written material as well. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Okay. And what sets you apart from other companies that do theater?
We do, one of the things we like to say is we do theater that even guys like and women under 100. But we want people to come in here and just have a good time. We're not choosing shows to explain to people that the way you've lived your life has been wrong or the way you're raising your children is wrong. That's not our job to do. I want people to come in here for about 90 minutes or so of just escapism, just pure all-out laughs. We want people to choose to come to us not because of the name of the show necessarily, but just because of the nature of the people who operate this business. One of the other things that sets us apart is our charitable portion of what we do. We ask everybody, in addition to the admission, part of what they do, we ask them to bring a non-perishable food item. And what we do with that is, at the end of each month, we split what we've brought in between the Saco Food Pantry and the Biddeford Food Pantry. And so far, as of the taping of this, we're a little over 500 pounds of food that we've raised since we've opened in December. We also take a small percentage of every ticket sold. And in 2019, we donate a portion of that to Habitat for Humanity, and another small portion we donate to Volunteers of America with their project called Cabin in the Woods, which is building housing for homeless vets. So that's one of the things when people are sitting at home saying, what do you want to do this weekend? We can go to this place or this place. And they say, well, this place is always doing comedy. And this place, when we put money into that place, it kind of goes throughout the community. So it's not just, they're not just paying us to do a show. There's a little more to it than that. When they come to one of our shows, they're actually kind of helping out others in the community.
All right, that's a great idea. Is there any other things you can provide here besides improv?
When we go into the month of May, we're going to start blending in some scripted material with some improv. We're going to be doing half and half of that. And then I'd like in June or July, we'll start producing some we'll be publishing some original works here. We have a whole bunch of other types of events that we want to do here, including we're going to do a weekend called So You Think You Can Elvis, where we'll allow various people who think they can Elvis, they get their 2 songs up here, and the audience gets to decide who the best Elvis impersonator is. And the difference is everybody in the audience also has to be dressed as Elvis.
That's
we
awesome.
have a game show that we'd like to start here, kind of a takeoff of the quiz shows that you saw, you'd see on PBS. We want to do a version of that here. Mm-hmm. The sketch comedy show, we're going to also be having a improv festival here. We're planning on that in August, where we're inviting improv groups from all over New England to come here. Sundance Film Festival, this would be an improv festival. We're going to call it Laughing Stock.
Right.
It's actually on the 50th anniversary of Woodstock, so I thought it was kind of a nice tie-in. We're going to have some music here. Ideally, we have a stand-up night that's going to be taking place here on June 1st called 3 Stand-Up Guys. So we've kept the place flexible to where we're not tied into just one type of entertainment. And we listen to the audience as to what they're looking for. We have a survey that we ask people to fill out to find out what other types of entertainment interest them, and we'd like to become the go-to place, especially when people are thinking, I've got family or friends coming in from out of town. What's one of the things we can do this weekend that is different?
Right.
And I'd like us to be that go-to place. Oh, we got to take them to Maine Rep. And that it wouldn't necessarily matter what it is we're doing. It's just they know that they're going to have a good time from the moment they walk in.
So is there a lot of interaction where they might end up on stage, or?
That's an interesting question, Bob. In the craft of our improv shows, that kind of happens. I serve as the host, and we're going to kind of mix that up a little bit too, and some of our other cast members will start handling some of the hosting duties as well. But right now, at the very beginning of the show, when I'm talking to the audience before we really officially get started, we kind of as a cast can gauge what type of audience we are about to perform for. And that almost answers some of our questions to us as to how far we can take them as far as volunteers coming up on stage. But you can pretty much assure there's going to at least be 2 times that we'll have audience members on the stage. But I never pick on anybody when I'm looking out there and they're shaking their head no, and they really mean
Right.
no, because nobody wins when you bring one of those people on stage who really, really did not want to come up on stage.
Right.
So we respect that, but we've never had a problem getting people to participate. Sometimes we've had some people really participate
Right.
to where we're like, oops, well, maybe we need to reel that one in a little bit.
Right.
But it's been a really good few months since we've opened. We've had great participation from audience. We've had a lot of people coming back, some familiar faces. I've had somebody that I know has been here to at least 9 of our shows. We've done, at the time that we're taping this, I think we've done 30 shows.
That's awesome.
Close to 30. And I know one person in particular that's been here at least 9 of those.
Yeah.
And that kind of says something to us when we're starting to see a lot of familiar faces coming back, that we must be doing something that's right.
I think it's a great opportunity for somebody to get a big group in here. So would you do something like reserving your area for
Oh yeah, we have a very generous group rate that we offer, but we also offer what we call our customized comedy nights. If your organization, your company, if you want to buy out the house on a Friday night, for instance, because right now our improv shows, our public performances are Saturdays at 7 and at 9. And most of our Fridays right now, we are leaving open for this very subject. We have companies calling us saying, we'd like to take our employees and their spouses out for a special night that's just dedicated to them. Because we'll talk to the business owner and we'll find out some tricks of the trade of what that particular business is, and we'll gear our material specifically towards their line of work. So then when their audience comes, their employees and spouses, they sit there and say, wow, these people are geniuses. I encourage folks to come to a show, bring a friend. We also have a liquor license here, so we sell beer and wine. We also sell beverage, non-alcoholic beverages. We have the best popcorn in the region. I've been told by anybody who tries our popcorn,
I love popcorn.
that it is the best popcorn. I said, well, what'd you think of the show? He said, oh, that was good too. Yeah, I would encourage people to just come and try. Our tickets right now are $15 and $18. Our shows run about 90 minutes to just under 2 hours, depending, our 7 o'clock show is a family-friendly show. So that's suitable for ages 10 and up, we say. And then our 9 o'clock show, or actually starting in April, becomes 9:15, our 9:15 show. We just say that might be a little salty. And we truly make it up on the spot. We ask the audience for suggestions on various games that we do. And I have a cast of 15 people, and I use 5 or 6 on any given night. And it's always a different mix. So every night, not only is the material new, but the chemistry of the performers is new too, because it's always different. The name of the company itself is Maine Repertory Theater, but our comedy group is the American Chamber of Comedy. I highly encourage folks when they come here, read our program and see the bio of these, what these people, national tours, movies, television, when I brought them into the fold, I said, trust me on this. I can turn you into an improv performer with a certain amount of rehearsals. And they've blended really well, and the audience doesn't know who the newer ones are than the ones who've been doing this for a while.
Is there any possibility of people coming to the show and say, that's something I'd kind of like to try?
Absolutely. We have a school called Laugh U, and it's taught by me. We just wrapped up our first session. I have adults. We want to teach a high school level, and I'd like to teach a junior high level. And we'll be adding information about our next session of classes. And I think I'm going to add some workshops, like an all-afternoon type workshop. But if they visit our website, we're going to update all that information on there.
And what's the best way for somebody to reach the Maine Repertory Theater?
Well, our website is mainerepertorytheater.com, which is a very long word. And we spell theater Theater. And our phone number is 207-205-6201. And those are probably the two best ways. And plus, we're always
Instagram and Facebook.
We're Instagram, Facebook. I think we're on Twitter.
There you have it, folks. Looking for a great time on a Friday or Saturday night, looking for some good comedy shows. Come on down to Maine Repertory Theater. Enjoy a nice meal downtown before then, and hope we can all meet over here at some point.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you,
I really
Steve.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
This was great.